episode 9. 7 of Down to Dunk. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcasts. Go to theathletic.com/down to dunk and get The Athletic for $3.99 a month. I am Luke. Joined this morning by Andrew.
I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Woo!
Slam through.
Taylor.
Hey, what rock group has 4 men that don't sing? Mount Rushmore. Oh, and you took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, it must have been when you were kissing me. Took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, I swear it's true. I was just about to slam through.
Do you know that one?
I
have no idea.
Never heard
What?
that song before in my life.
I've never heard that.
And Jay.
It's Jay.
Meatloaf?
Sorry, bro.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
I mean, I know Meatloaf.
I know 2 Meatloaf songs.
Wow.
Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Of course.
And the one that you remember when they showed back up in the 90s? Oh my gosh.
He did? By the way, Meatloaf is the name of one man. One beautiful, massive man.
That's true. Yeah, that is a good.
You took the word right out of my mouth.
What about like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes?
Isn't that Paradise by the Dashboard Light?
No,
No,
it's bat out of hell. Can someone explain to me Meatloaf though?
Why are you so into Meatloaf as far as his discography?
Because it's
I kind of slurred that word out.
Your dad.
Discography. It's just really strange.
Is your dad a big Meatloaf guy?
My
My
mom
mom
was.
was.
Yeah,
Same.
my mom
Okay,
was.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Thunder lost
I'd
last
do
night.
anything for love.
95-109.
Yeah. We'll get back to Meatloaf later.
Is he
What?
dressed up like a beast?
What a wild game.
Gabby Deck, man, the turtle.
Yeah, he played. It's
He shot the worst 3-pointer I've ever seen. Nah, that's not true. Poku
No,
has that
no.
without question.
It was hilarious because what do you think the conversation's like when they pull him off the bench? Hey, Gabriel, come here. You got number 1. Yeah, the tubby guy. Yeah, you got him.
Oh my
Go
gosh.
guard that guy right there. Freaking Zion Williamson is his first check in the league.
Oh,
That's his number 1. And he actually, he did fine. He played 15 minutes. He had that really nice behind the back pass to Isaiah Roby in transition.
Yeah.
Which I rewatched the highlights this morning. NBA.com guy, whoever's doing the highlights, definitely called him Svi Mihailuk. Did not call him Gabriel Deck. But he was fine. Did he look out of place to you?
No, but the whole team looks out of place. So
Well, the only 2 that were positive and plus minus last night,
Mm-hmm.
the turtle and Poku.
It's the future.
It's a good sign.
I don't know how Poku was, because if you look at his statistics, he shot. Last time I saw it was 3 of 16 or something like
3
that.
of 16.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
Puku. Oh, come on, Puku.
It's they're bad. They beat the Celtics, which is the most insane thing that's happened.
It's more of a Celtics thing.
Yeah, but then the Celtics turned around the second night of a back-to-back and beat the Hornets.
Out of embarrassment. That's happening a lot
Yeah,
in the league. It happened to the Pelicans. The Pelicans had their embarrassing loss.
Not the Pelicans.
the
I
night
said the
before.
Pelicans, the Hornets.
Yeah, but I'm
Okay,
telling you, the
okay,
Pelicans lost on that Jokic foul at the end of the game.
Which was, not called a foul.
yeah,
True.
there's lots of this is happening around the league a lot this season. Is the revenge back-to-back, because there's so many back-to-backs. Teams that get embarrassed or lose in a way that frustrates them are winning a lot the next night.
Hey, can we start a new segment called Things That Don't Make Sense to Me?
Yeah.
So here's the first one.
Meatloaf.
Kevin Porter Jr. scoring 50 points.
Actually, this is the second thing.
Yeah, sorry. Meatloaf, number 1. Number 2, Kevin Porter Jr., 50 points, 11 assists last night in a win over the Milwaukee Bucks. Doesn't make sense to me. This whole season just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. The third one is that if you look at the reverse standings, going to tankathon.com or any sort of place where you would find that, the Minnesota Timberwolves really trying to give the Warriors a top 5 pick.
Oh, it's so hilarious.
So now they have the fourth best odds or worst odds of getting a top 4 pick. Fourth best to get the number 1 overall. They're getting closer and closer where they're just almost handing it to the Warriors.
And I think they're going to pass the Thunder.
The only thing that makes me nervous about the Thunder getting higher in this is those 3 Kings games that are coming up soon.
Yeah.
But the Kings have actually somewhat. I mean, they're 3-7 in the last 10, which isn't great. But
No, they stink. They lost by 50.
Oh, that's right. They did. I was almost going to be like but they did beat the Warriors, didn't they?
Speaking of that game, did you
They
see
did.
that? Did you see that email that was going around Twitter? It was this guy he shared it of his friend, and his friend sent an email to the Kings, and it said, "Hey, I took my girlfriend to her first basketball game. She's a type that knows Steph Curry, James Harden, LeBron James, all these people, and she didn't understand why none of those players were on this team. And so I explained it to her, blah blah blah. Then we lost by 50. Then I explained to her our entire history, and now she's so she realizes how loyal I am if I'm this loyal to such a trash organization. She will never leave me."
I mean,
It's without a doubt true. You can listen to lots of Kings talk on Saturday Slam and Jam tomorrow.
oh, I forgot that was your
Talk to
team.
Jason
Oh
Jones.
my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the Kings. Here's my thought with the Kings' future. It's hopeless. There's no chance that they're good ever again.
Wow.
Wow.
That's just after 1 week you already got there, huh?
Yeah, there's zero chance of them ever being good
The
again.
good news for the Thunder is that they have a 4.5 game lead on the Kings. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
The bad thing is they have to play them 3 times in the next 3 weeks without De'Aaron Fox, except for maybe one of them, if he comes back at all.
I think De'Aaron Fox will play in 2 of them. He's supposed to play in 2 of them.
Okay. So OKC, if you're paying attention, like we mentioned, to the reverse order, Oklahoma City is a game and a half to 2 games away from having the second best odds of getting the number 1 pick. Well, really, they're all the same. So actually, they're a game and a half. They're a game and a half from catching Minnesota, which I think they'll absolutely do. They're a game and a half from catching Orlando and 2 from Detroit. Detroit's the one that actually has like the most semblance of like a team from night to night.
Yeah.
Here's the one that makes me nervous is I don't know if you've done any of this because you shouldn't unless you're following it way too closely. The Cavs are the team that really concern me.
Yeah.
Like they're trying. I mean, the Kevin Love whole thing, which I'm not even really entirely sure what happened, but the Cavs have a harder strength of schedule remaining. And on top of that is they're just a dumpster fire. Like the Kings, like Kings or Cavs, who has the most depressing future? Kings
for sure.
Probably the Kings.
If you all do the
Maybe.
Slam and Jam Wheel of Destiny and it lands on the Cavs, like, is there a team that you would just roll again?
We should have rolled again on the Kings.
Yes.
To be honest.
You like any team that goes out of playoff contention, you just eliminate them from the wheel.
I might roll again on the Pacers.
That's the truth, man.
But yeah, that may be it. Cavs, Pacers.
The Rockets?
I would love to talk about the demise of the Rockets.
Oh no, they got a juicy future.
Kevin Porter Jr.
Christian Wood, KPJ,
You got a
Tajay.
I got a Christian Wood Top Shot yesterday.
Is Top Shot still a thing?
Serial number 115.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's good. I was very excited about that.
That is
one.
a top one shot.
I'm out completely on Top
So-
Shot.
Why?
I have all of these moments just sitting in my collection.
Well, then
Mommies.
you're not out.
Anybody want to sell them for me?
Just
Just give them to us.
do them.
Just give
Just sell them.
Yeah, just put them on the
I
market.
put all
or
my-
just give them to us.
I put all my moments for sale.
They
And
all
I'm-
sold?
and I'm trying to get money.
Yeah, how's that going?
I haven't got it yet, but I'm trying.
This
People
is
that own it,
exactly
though, they're
what
making a ton of money.
this is exactly what I remember y'all talking about at the start of this. Was like, go ahead and sell moments now because it's gonna get so saturated that no one's gonna buy moments from each other anymore, especially for this price.
All my moments sell, but I price them to move.
Oh,
$3.
oh, discount,
Price
I'm
to
just
sell.
telling-
discounting offer.
I'm just trying. I got bargains.
So anything about the week that
Luke's
was
wholesale.
for the Thunder that stood out to you? Anything worth talking about? I'm tired. Like I'm just tired. Like we're how many weeks do we have left? Today is we got
2.5.
yeah, basically really 2
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I mean, I will say it 15 to 20 games ago, I did not see this Thunder team being able to lose this much. I thought they would win a little bit more.
I thought
They've really done
I
a
thought it'd be
lot.
just like the rest of the season. Like
I
the season
thought
before, like,
Yeah, right.
This huge losing
Where they're
streak.
picking up wins that they shouldn't
Yeah.
be.
I thought that this month would have been the month that we talked about.
What do you mean?
Remember when we made the bet that
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to bring that up, but I mean this team had this
Well,
in them the whole time. You
Yeah.
know?
You owe
I
me
mean,
money.
they lost to Detroit twice. They lost to Charlotte. They lost to Cleveland. They've lost a lot of bad games. They lost to a depleted Toronto team. They lost Toronto, Washington back to back.
It's been
Although
really
Washington-
beautiful. It's
Washington,
been great.
The hottest team in the NBA currently.
They're legitimately good right now.
Yeah.
Freaking hot.
How many seasons was the process Sixers where they were
5.
bad?
A lot. Yeah.
I
5.
can't imagine.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the league stepped in finally and was like, whether it was right or wrong. Like I don't know if you all saw that rights to Ricky Sanchez.
The Sam Presti thing.
Yeah, the Sam Presti thing. I think
Yeah.
Stephen Dolan posted it, but you know, like those dudes. You talk about somebody that knows how the process worked. Those guys.
Yeah.
There are some war-torn veterans.
They've been through
of
so
tanking.
much.
Yeah, but
they've
one of
just
the
seen
things-
so much.
Right. One of the things they acknowledged though is like Joel Embiid being hurt for a few seasons was one of the things that made it even longer than it should have probably been. But
Well, and picking Ben Simmons and him being out the whole season
Yep.
too.
and not hitting on Jalil
Jalil.
Okafor, Nerlens
Nerlens.
Noel. You've got Markel Fultz even that would have been a different, you know, like if Jason Tatum's the guy they picked,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already good then, though.
were they?
Yeah. I mean, they weren't tanking then.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Anyway, anything else? Anything else? in this week?
I just imagine 4 more years of seasons like this, and I just feel like I don't know, it'd be rough.
We've talked
Well-
about how spoiled Thunder fans are from the first 10 years that we had here.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like the first 5 years were just insane how much success the team had. And I didn't think that I was spoiled. I really thought I was like, oh, I'm not one of those people. I definitely am. This season is hard.
I think here's the only thing that I would say is different is they can't. Now Shea's injury is a real injury. Now his recovery process may be up in the air. I don't know the answer to that question. You know, like he could be, hey, let's be extremely cautious. Let's just, you know, sit him down for the season. If Shea was playing and this team was still losing this way, I think there would be, we would be like not quite as excited about Shea's future, number one. But if you had a guy that you thought this is one of our guys, there would be far more excitement watching this team play. If you knew like, hey, they're still going to lose and have a shot to get a really good pick.
Yeah.
But we see something in them that has a possibility of the future. I think that's why we're like, if it wasn't for Poku, I don't really know who on that floor is going to be a possible high-level contributor for a future team. Teo, maybe. Now, I think he can be a contributor. But I'm saying like maybe Ty Jerome,
Moses Brown.
100%. Speaking of not Moses Brown, because I don't want to talk about him, although there's a Twitter question that
Wow. Why don't you want to talk about him? Rude.
I know. That feels like my whole take is kind of not quite as many people are questioning my take.
Jay.
Wow, Jay.
But here's
Come
what I was
on.
just here to brag.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
No, what I was going to say is how do you think the conversation? Because one of the things I think it was Joe Masada that maybe mentioned this yesterday, but when Gabby Deck was inserted into the lineup, is one of those things that they had to have a conversation with Kenrich. Like, how does that go? Because he took Kenrich's minutes.
Mm-hmm.
How does that go?
I think they're very straightforward and honest with their players. So I think they just said, hey, the rest of the season is about development. We need to see what this guy's got. I don't think that it was anything strange. I mean, they unlike a lot of organizations are pretty straightforward with their players.
Yeah, but I think the human element of it, I wonder how much the human element comes into play. This is my only question with Sam, because Sam, and he does have this side of him, but he seems so robotic.
Yeah, I haven't seen a sign of frustration from anybody. We ask about it after the game. You can hear them in the background, even after losses.
Having a good time.
I mean, it's just
partying.
I think they all understand what's happening here.
Yeah, yes, I do think. And
you think Kenrich missed out on losing by 20 last night? Like,
I
what?
think he
Like,
wants
what do
to play? Like, knowing him, like he wants to compete.
Can he
try to-
hustle? Andrew?
especially against the Pelicans? Number two, I think the other thing is like watching them beat Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I think they really like kind of took some sort of like above and beyond pride in pulling out a win.
I think so too.
Like it felt like they were like, yeah, like beyond just a normal, hey, we won a game, good job.
Well,
high
of
five.
course. I mean, they
think-
lost 14 in a row.
It's like they're proving a point. Yeah,
I
maybe
think-
that.
I
Was
mean, they
it.
definitely were. I mean, they lost 14 in a row.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe it was just trying to not be the worst
They
losing
didn't
team.
want
worst
to be
ever.
the team.
Yeah,
They
that
didn't want
makes
to be
sense.
that team.
I heard a report that Dort told Shea, "Hey, I'm gonna win this one."
Yep.
It
tonight."
wasn't a report. He said it to everybody.
Oh well, I guess I missed that.
Well, and
That got reported to me.
here's the hard part about that: the team that lost 14 in a row had Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook on it.
No,
2 Hall of Fame.
huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you don't want to be that team, but it's like the team that lost the most games in a row for this franchise were the same team that had both of those guys on it.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is really weird.
2 Hall of Famers, man.
Wow. So SGA and Dort.
Well,
could
I'm just
still
saying,
be-
like, it's the past failure is not indicative of future success in those kind of moments, you know?
beautiful words.
Well, you read my book From Good to Great?
Yeah.
Also, none of these players could be on the team in 3 years. So there's also that.
watch
Also,
your
I think
mouth,
the
man.
conversation was more about they were like, "Hey, Kendrick." Excuse me.
Oh,
You got
God.
emotional.
Yeah, I get a little emotional when I think about him.
Kenny.
When I think about if he's disappointed at all. Like Kenny Hustle, that's a good nickname. We got a new nickname coming into town. We flew him in from out of country. The Turtle. La Tortuga or El Tortuga?
I think it'd be El Tortuga.
What a Tortuga.
I think this is a great time to at least ask our first Twitter question from @BenElephantKing, who says, "How many?"
I wasn't done.
Hold on, I'm not there yet. How many deck puns are allowed?
Questions.
How many deck puns are allowed before the muting begins?
Oh, I wasn't even gonna go there.
I just am
until
like
now.
setting the table for where we're headed
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
in the next few years.
Surprisingly, there were way more deck puns coming from the like Royce and Fred and people last night than Taylor.
Well, this
is
is
really
interesting. The
I know,
Turtle.
I'm shocked it hasn't gotten there.
Well,
yet.
is his nickname the Turtle actually based on his deck game?
There we go.
I'll be right back.
Andrew's left the pod.
You know, slow and steady wins a race.
Come on, man.
What if we just sit in silence the entire time? we go?
Andrew doesn't know until he checks.
He doesn't.
Pod
he
later. It's
doesn't
like,
edit it.
hey, you guys didn't talk about anything for 5 minutes, and I went.
Well, people call him Gabby. Does he want to be called Gabby? Is that like his nick? Is that his
I
name?
don't know. It's a great question.
Gabriel's a great name though because one of the greatest angels of all time, right?
Top
top
three,
five,
top three, angel.
top three,
top,
I-
top
he-
three
he's my
angel.
top five,
top 2, angel.
top
Top
five.
two angels. Wait,
Gabriel,
who's one?
Michael and Gabriel.
Wow.
The John Travolta movie about the angel
Michael.
Michael. That's what I'm talking about. Just to clarify what we're talking about. And Peter Gabriel.
What are some other freaking sick angels? Hey, we're talking about our top 5 angels. Thank you.
That's
For
what
coffee.
that's the content we bring when you step away, Andrew.
Yeah, I like that one from X-Men. Has to be a top 5.
Oh, also there's Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
Also from the show Angel.
You have any input on that, Andrew? Top
5 angels?
John's back joint bigger in victory. John's back joint bigger in victory.
I'm Taylor. This is Vickery Dickory. Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas has been he's been wanting to play some basketball. And I don't think he wants to go to Europe or China yet. He really wants to be an NBA team. So throughout the season, every now and then he's been just straight up tweeting, just begging teams to give him a chance. And it's kind of sad, but also kind of admirable. Like if that's I actually kind of like it. So I'm like, you know what? This guy's being straight up. Maybe he doesn't have an agent. That's the only reason that's the only explanation for why he's begging teams via Twitter to give him a roster spot. But just to give you an example of what these tweets sound like, here's one. This is from the other night. All it takes is one team. Give me a real chance to be a part. He did it apart, like to spread something apart instead of being a part.
A part of something.
Yeah. A part of something, and
He is a part of something.
He is a part right now of anything. And I'll show the impact I'll have on a team whether I play or not. I'm ready to go with a finish line flag. Maybe that's also a starter's flag. I don't know. So it just got me thinking about begging. So my question is,
begging.
Have you ever begged for anything in your life? And are you a choosy beggar?
What does that mean?
Luke, you want to explain choosy beggar?
Choosy beggar would be like, well, I don't know.
Okay, it's like when
that's exactly
like,
the
like,
thought process in my head.
Like
It's just that.
you're wanting something, but like you wanting like I wish I had like something, but you only take like the nicest version of that.
It's a very particular version of charity, receiving
Yeah.
charity.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I only want the charity that I can define what it is. You know, like
yeah, if I was asking for food and you brought me a pizza, I was like, I want a freaking cheeseburger right now, dude.
why didn't you bring me a fillet, bro?
Pizza,
Yeah.
gross. I want something better.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
That's
think-
a choosy beggar.
I could not define any time I've
Begged?
begged for something.
Come on, Jay.
Uh,
Jay, come on.
You're begging for something
begging.
right now.
Oh.
Please,
So-
I'm on my knees, Jay.
I used to play this game at OSU football games where I would try to get the person in front of me to give me a bite of whatever they had. It was a form of begging. There was this girl that had Dippin' Dots in front of me one game.
Ooh.
And I think I was talking to Jake Custer. I was like, Jake, the only thing in the world I want is Dippin' Dots. And not a whole deal of Dippin' Dots, one bite.
Wow.
I would be satisfied for the rest of my life if I had one bite of Dippin' Dots.
Just like saying it out loud.
Saying it as loud as I can. Eventually, the girl did turn around, scoop one bite of
she?
Dippin' Dots, offer it to me, and I said, "Oh no, I'm okay."
Wow.
My niece went to the zoo and tried Dippin' Dots.
Uh-huh.
It's her favorite food. She's having a Dippin' Dots themed birthday party.
Wow.
Wow.
Are they going to do different size balloons to like look like
I
Dippin'
don't know.
Dots?
I'm not in charge of that.
Let her know.
are
You can
Dippin'
use
Dots-
that.
different sizes?
Yeah. They're
No,
if
no,
you
no,
look,
no.
they're not all the same
It's true.
sphere.
Really?
It's true. Yeah,
Which one's true? Not
Huh.
true. He's true.
he's true.
Correct.
Ice cream of the
It-
future.
it is the ice cream of the future.
It is. And I went to Whitewater every Tuesday this summer between 6th and 7th grade. So I kind of know about Dippin' Dots. So
Do you know about lemon freezes?
no.
Those are good.
Do you know about chocolate tacos?
I know about
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Luke.
Do you know about chocolate tacos?
Luke, you beg for anything?
I probably have. Let me try to think of something.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not
Okay, I can
Jay,
go while you're.
as a kid, you never begged for anything?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, probably. I,
That-
I told you, from a non-traumatic frame, I don't remember a ton of specific things from my childhood.
yeah. I can relate to
I had
that.
to put that first part where people are like, "Oh, he had a terrible. I had a great childhood. I just don't remember like
I can
specific
I could
moments."
totally relate to
Like,
that. Yeah.
And probably like,
Yeah.
Dad, please,
Here's what.
Please, can I stay up till 10:30?
something like that. Yeah, like
So here's something that I've had begged for. Like when I was a child, if we were like at Walmart or at somewhere that had like toys,
sure.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would go and at the beginning pick out like my favorite toy and then walk around with it with my family the entire time.
Please.
Please.
It's knowing my experience with my son. I know for certain that I was similar in some way, right? Like for him, as it's V-Bucks. Like, Dad, can we please, I need this skin.
And
V-Bucks.
it's gone in 24 hours.
Yeah,
So he has
exactly,
to get it.
dude.
Yeah.
Fortnite knows how to take your money. The amount of money we spend on things and it adds no competitive advantage. Just
No.
oh, cool. We now have the Terminator skin.
That's what you
and the
look like.
Predator skin
You look like-
and the Halo skin.
Uh-huh.
Dang. I got
They're
some.
all $100 a piece.
But when I was a kid, it was all about crash test dummies. You guys ever play with
The
those?
musician?
The cars that you would put the guys in and then just run them into the wall.
Yeah.
And they would just explode.
There was this girl who no one knows the next
Wouldn't go
line.
no to change with the girls in the chain. Isn't that it? Or is
I don't
that-
know.
In a chair that finally came.
How about a song?
I only know the Weird Al version of that. By the way,
It's such I've always wanted
Birthmarks all over her body.
I've always wanted to do that song for karaoke. That song would be such a funny karaoke song.
Can we
That
just
isn't
address the fact that like generational music that lasts and spans among multiple decades
Mhm.
in the pantheon of music,
Yeah.
that song
Yeah.
is one of them.
Well, I think we have two really good examples today. We have this and, of course, Meatloaf's Discography.
It's like Let It Be from the Beatles
Yeah.
by Crash Test Dummies.
I had things I begged for.
We ran out of time. Sorry.
We got to the end of the song. Oh, that was it.
Man.
Hey, I'll deep dive about Meatloaf 4 if you guys want. Have you guys heard? Did you see the tweet thread about Meatloaf and the Celine Dion song? It's all coming back to me now.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh, it was really, really good. This lady at Ardvarsky, I don't know how to pronounce it. She said, how can I say this? The Celine Dion song, it's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. It was written by Jim Steinman, and he died last week. He said he usually wrote for Meatloaf. He played that song for Meatloaf. Meatloaf wept and said, I have to sing it. And that Jim Steinman said, no, it is for a woman. And apparently, he really wanted to sing it and had to file like an injunction, so Meatloaf could not sing it. Meatloaf waited out the injunction, the time period of it. And if you could look on YouTube, he recorded it, and I think it was.
Oh, he did?
He recorded
Yeah.
it and sang it, and I listened to it like 5 times last week. And it's really good.
Seriously? There's
Oh, yeah.
so much Meatloaf in
A lot
this
of
group.
Meatloaf. Yeah,
Meatloaf had a much larger effect on the music industry than we might be aware.
I guess so.
Everyone's mom had Bad Out of Hell.
Does anybody even know about Celine Dion if it's not for Meatloaf? That's the question.
That's a great question.
Wait.
If
Is
he-
she
if-
from the Meatloaf
No,
lineage?
if this guy,
she didn't get that song, which even
do we even have Titanic at that point? The ship actually sinking. Does that happen if not for Meatloaf?
It's a chicken or the egg situation.
That's exactly what it
You know what
is.
I think would have happened? Meatloaf sings the Titanic song, and it's a totally different movie.
Oh, it's
Taylor,
much
my
better. It's a
God.
bigger hit than it
bigger
was.
hit.
Taylor, I need like you to put together that version in about 15 seconds.
Okay.
Meatloaf doing the Titanic song.
Okay, how's the
Art will go on. Wait,
I don't know why. It's completely escaped my brain. Well, you did it, dude. You
that
did
was
a
it.
great job.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But Meatloaf
I can't
claimed
remember the actual like words or the melody of that Celine Dion song.
Meatloaf claimed that it's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now was about him, and the Celine Dion version never hit number 1 because the
Because
Macarena.
Meatloaf didn't sing it.
No, because the Macarena was happening at that time.
Yeah, it was battling
Yeah.
the Macarena.
couldn't beat Macarena.
Talk about also weird things in music time when everyone was just doing the Macarena at school, in your car,
yeah,
white water, dip knots in your mouth.
it's good.
I don't.
One Macarena.
You that's it.
Is that
Yeah,
it?
that was it.
Oh yeah. We all knew. We all
Shout
knew
out to Will Hunt from London, Yoni Kroll in Israel, W Kim 14 in Sydney, Big Mike in New Zealand. Ryan in New Zealand. Adve in New Jersey.
They can't have me.
Jake in Kansas City. Christos in Greece. Isaiah in the Philippines. Miguel Davila, what's up? Hoopstock69 says, good morning, boys. We have Ryan Nook, howdy from India. Lawrence in Beantown. We have Sam the Man in New Zealand. Diego in Portugal. And some guy that's being mean on the stream. Hope you guys are doing well.
He's being mean?
We'll be right back after this.
Sucks.
Meatloaf sucks, guys.
With HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh has a wide variety of easy, delicious options for all 3 meals a day, plus every snack and special treat in between. HelloFresh's fresh ingredients are sourced directly from growers and delivered from the farm to your front door in under a week, contact-free, of course. Now, listen, I have tried HelloFresh. I have cooked 2 meals. And listen, I don't cook any meals in my house, but they make it so easy. It's all pre-measured. They tell you exactly how to do it. They give you even the order that you should do things so that you can have it ready and hot and delicious right delivered to your table. I made a meatloaf with potatoes, and it was outstanding. My family thought that I had turned into some gourmet chef, and I promise you, I am not. But it's that easy, and it's really, honestly, so delicious. I really think you should try it. Go to HelloFresh.com/dunk12 and use the promo code DUNK12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. Unbelievable. 12 delicious meals for free. There's a reason why HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. It's because they make it easy, delicious, and even someone like me can do it. Oh boy, I've been trying to cut down carbs and sugar and unhealthy food, which is very difficult because I love cereal. I love eating cereal in the morning. I love eating it for an afternoon snack. I love eating it at night while I'm watching the Thunder or any other NBA team play. And I have found my solution. It's Magic Spoon. With 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. It only has 140 calories per serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. It's amazing that it tastes good because anything that's free of that many things usually doesn't. But I promise you, Magic Spoon actually tastes good. And with their 4 flavors, cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter, whoo boy, I will tell you, I just got the peanut butter, and it is absolutely delightful. It's so very good. You can even mix it with the cocoa, and it tastes like a peanut butter cup. Cannot recommend Magic Spoon enough. You can go to magicspoon.com/dunk and grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code DUNK at checkout to save $5 off your first order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked. Why would you not do it? There is literally no downside here. Remember, go get your delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/dunk and use the promo code DUNK to save $5 off. Thank you to Magic Spoon for sponsoring this episode. And we're back from that quick break.
Twitter questions.
No, we just turned down. Hey, welcome back. Hey, Twitter questions. Hey, our first Twitter question is, I'm jumping to the last one. It comes from @StickyWizard00, who wants to know each of our weapons of choice. No guns or fancy tech, like you can't pick an Iron Man suit. What is your weapon of choice?
A mace.
Oh, God,
A mace. That's
Did you see the
sick
ball
choice.
of hail that looked like a mace from down in San Antonio?
Oh, God.
Mhm.
It was roughly the size of like a small basketball.
I choose that.
Yeah, just
On
put
a
it on
chain.
But it
put
had
on
all,
a chain.
Did
Just
it have all the spikes?
a little
out of it?
bit. They were a little duller than like a real mace. I would like to be. So I always go to the Ninja Turtles when it comes to weapons, right? Like weapons that aren't guns.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be the bow. I wanted to be Donatello, man.
Really? That's
stick?
the weapon.
Yeah,
of the
I know.
Ninja
It's
Turtles.
all the
stick.
Ninja
I
Turtle
know.
weapons. That's the
Hey,
one.
listen, I understand that there is a lot of flaws in that,
Yeah, there are.
but I don't know. I just felt like that would be the one that you could smack you guys around with from a distance. You could also have swords.
Yeah, 2 giant swords. What about nunchucks?
Yeah, nunchucks would be hard.
Nunchucks
That
are basically like
requi-
a stick
Have
broken
you-
half on
requires too much training.
Have you ever
Yes,
tried to play
I
with
agree with
nunchucks?
that.
You just end up hitting yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
a chain.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Right? Like
yeah. Probably
size.
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 I'm picking a chainsaw.
Okay.
Oh my!
I like that. I'm going like real like
It's kind of
zombie.
fancy tech for me.
A chainsaw, though. Here's the deal.
No,
I don't think that's too
that's a
fancy.
lean.
You got to be pretty close for a chainsaw to.
Oh yeah, but if I get, but like, what
You're
are
in
you
trouble.
doing?
You're
yeah.
in trouble.
Yeah,
I'll
you're-
smack you with my stick.
You're toast. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I
The
will
chainsaw with the stick.
Yeah, exactly. So I would go.
Split right.
I would go
No.
spear.
Okay.
spear.
Because like what I'm thinking about is like if I'm in zombie apocalypse, like what weapon are you using? I
Yeah.
want spear because I want to be able to stab you from here.
Oh yeah, that's
So I'm
good.
and then you're a zombie. You're dead. Can't get
But
you.
you
if
have
you
to
were
make
watching this
sure-
on the stream, you got a special treat in that one. It was
Sure.
Luke's
And that was
spear.
Luke pretending to
Yeah.
spear me in the head.
it was
I'm just
zombie
saying.
Taylor gone.
If you were a zombie, I would.
Yeah, spear's a good one.
I would
especially
have no
for a zombie
hesitation.
apocalypse. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we-
not doing in a zombie apocalypse with a stick.
Yeah, yeah.
You're in
Jay,
trouble, man. I'm in
Jay,
trouble.
you've got to change your
All right,
weapon.
spear. Can I have a spear?
Yep, you got it. Luke, you have to change yours now.
Can you get a stick?
I'm picking up Jay's stick.
Just whacking zombies in the head with the stick.
No.
Some
Yeah,
of the
If
things.
I were in zombie apocalypse, I'd get a rolled up piece of newspaper. That would be my weapon.
Smack him.
No.
Spray him in the
No.
face with like a water bottle.
Uh-huh.
Spray him with the apple cider vinegar. No.
Yeah, that works. Some of the things the song says that Meatloaf won't do for love. Forget the way you feel right now. Forgive himself if you don't go all the way tonight.
Wow.
Low.
Wait.
This is I don't know.
I need to understand. He's saying he will
Stop
not
dreaming
forgive
of you
himself?
every night
It's really
of his
confusing.
life.
Stop dreaming of you every night of his life.
Stop dreaming of you every night of his life.
He will not.
He won't do that.
He'll do anything for love.
See, he would do anything for love, but he won't stop dreaming about you every single night. It's confusing.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if you knew this. I don't know why.
Milo
this
says
is-
there's 9 of them. Actually,
9.
yes, that the writer of the song did him a disservice
There
by not making that
There's
clear.
actually more things I would not do. Is that you know what that means?
It was
I would do
him.
anything for love, part 2.
That's right.
Where he comes back.
It's
part two.
on his album
Back to hell.
Back to Hell Part 3. Or Back Out of Hell Part 3. Meatloaf. There's a lot of meatloaf.
Anyways,
All Meatloaf Pod.
I'm falling in love with Satan.
All right, let's go to the next
Greatest angel and full circle.
next Twitter question.
wow.
All right. It comes from at Andrew Boo Boo 2, who wants to know, would you have rather seen the Thunder not pay Deck for 2 weeks of games and let the rest of the team get the bonus for not reaching the salary floor? If so, how good does Deck need to be to make you okay with it?
I mean, I don't have a lot of conviction about this, but I probably would be okay with like Lou getting more money.
As long as Gabriel Deck just helps his team lose, the rest of the way, I really just do not care. I don't care. Nobody cares. You shouldn't care. You shouldn't. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have to reach any sort of threshold. The Thunder chose to do this.
It doesn't
Who
matter. None of this
cares?
matters.
Obviously, they were never going to just give the bonuses to everybody. They've never done it. They've had opportunities before. They've never done it. Most teams don't do this. Most teams will get to the floor to avoid situations like this. So they were going to get to the floor somehow. They found an international prospect they liked. If he's good, great. If he's not, who cares, man? Like, it's not about the future's not about Gabriel Deck. It's not about the salary floor. It's not about any of that. So
Turtle.
just
Is he?
don't worry.
How long is his contract?
I mean, it's 4 years, but
So front loaded.
everything else
this year.
Everything else is non-guaranteed. So,
wow, they gave him $3 million to try out.
$4
million.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's not prorated. That's what he gets
For 2 weeks of trying out.
You gotta think they should give me a shot.
Sign me up. I will help them lose
for $4 million. I'll have them lose some basketball games
easily.
That's really true.
Well, I mean, that's not why they brought Gabriel Deck in.
Okay.
They weren't. I mean, if they were trying to do that,
They would have signed Isaiah Thomas.
there are a lot more humans out there that could help them lose basketball games than Gabriel Deck. They want to see what he's got.
All right. Okay.
Expensive deck.
Turtle. Tortuga.
All right. Now let's move to our next Twitter question, who comes from @Sketchboy Craig, who wants to know, when will Poku get his own shoe? What brand do you see him signing with?
Skechers.
I thought this question was so funny because all I started thinking about is like, what wild brand would Poku be endorsed by?
What are the ones that light up when you walk?
I think there's multiple
LA
versions
Gear.
of that. LA Gear.
That's who he's signing with.
Somebody said, was it Brooklyn Knights? BKs, you remember those? Was that Brooklyn Knights? You don't remember those?
No, I don't.
No idea.
Oh, wow.
What if he had his own?
Awkward.
What if he didn't even
Weird.
get a basketball shoe, but he like loved roller skating, and he had his own roller skates?
He's signing with Healy.
Yeah. Hey, Healers are back, by the way.
They are.
I'll tell you this.
British Knights.
Did they
bro.
ever leave?
Did they ever leave? They were.
Yes, they absolutely left.
No, they never
Thanks,
left.
They did. They absolutely left, but they're back. Yeah.
What if he had to wear like Converse, but he was sponsored by Converse, but he could only wear like the old school high top Converse?
They would fit well. They
That
fit his.
fits his vibe.
Yeah,
Do you think
definitely.
there's anything?
His feet would be wrecked. Like he would not last very long.
Do you think there's anything in the NBA rules that says he can't have the wheel on the Heelys?
Probably.
Gosh, that would be so funny.
Has to healing vibe.
You'd have to dribble. Could you dribble and Healy?
I think you could.
Here's how blind I am to Poku's. Last night he went 3 of 16, and I was like, Poku played pretty well.
Like, looking pretty good out there.
Ooh, fantastic
He looks
game.
great.
He had like one finish on a layup, and I was like, oh man, look at this
I know,
guy.
I
3 of
know.
16. Whoops.
He's great. He's the best.
Poku 316.
Okay.
Greatest verse.
All right, let's move on to the next Twitter question. Comes from @Hugh Seacrest, who wants to know, if the Thunder don't get the number 1 pick, which other team would be the most interested in seeing Land? And would you be most interested in seeing Land Cade?
There's only one of the possibilities. There's only one.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of would like to see him on Detroit.
Wow.
If it's
freaking
between
traitor.
Houston, no, I don't want them to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota doesn't deserve him. Like they can't get another number 1 pick, please.
Yeah.
Magic, no. Detroit, yeah. I
Cade
kind of
with-
like that.
Cade with Ant-Man though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, dude. But that's
Yeah.
they at that point. Cat, Anthony Edwards,
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell. And
I mean,
Cade
they don't-
Cunningham,
they don't-
They're still going to be abysmal.
Yeah. For
I just
sure.
don't want them to be in a frame. And now the Pistons have been bad
Yeah.
for a while now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I just want him to have a shot to be successful. And him and Jeremy Grant, I don't know.
If you really want him to be successful, then you want Toronto to jump up and get the number 1.
If it's
pick.
not OKC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Cade would be fantastic in Toronto.
Yeah. That's the team. That's the team I would be happy about.
Wow. And you get to meet Drake, become friends with Drake.
Not the Cavs.
No.
Drake.
It's the hard part about the NBA draft is you have these perpetually bad teams that get these players, and it's like,
If he went to Sacramento, I'd say,
Oh my
oh,
gosh.
poor Cade. He's not going to be good.
although him Halliburton,
Tough week.
Dang, man.
telling you.
Drag.
Drake.
All right.
good job, guys.
Let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from @Poku Follower, who wants to know, do you think OKC should bring back Moses Brown and Tony Bradley?
No.
I mean, my answer is dependent on what they do in the draft. Really, do they draft a big guy? I don't know. If they do, cool. If you don't bring him back, if they don't draft a big guy, bring him back. Who cares? They're both of them are very inconsequential players to anything. They could be a placeholder for the center of the future, or maybe one of them develops. I don't know. But my guess is Moses Brown, yes. Tony Bradley, no.
This is why this season has sucked. Everyone's just trying to figure out, can I please put some level of importance on this player that I'm watching every night? Please.
I think that ship has sailed for both of those guys, though.
Yeah. Well, not Moses, Jay. Wow.
Nobody's looked at those two guys and thought, man, there's two cornerstones of the future.
Actually, Embiid literally did say that about Tony Bradley.
That's true.
So you want to fight Joel Embiid? Okay.
I don't, actually.
I mean, if you really are encouraged by anybody, I mean, and to me, I would, if this team is trying to win, I'm playing Isaiah Roby at center because he can hold up well enough on the defensive end and then can be really impactful as a small ball five. A guy on the offensive end.
I feel like I got lambasted for saying things like this earlier.
No, but you
Jay,
said,
why do you make everything about you?
Because I only know my experience.
But I will say, I mean,
I don't have any other perspective to give. It's mine.
Isaiah Roby at the start of the season, though, it was too much. People being
He was not
like,
good. He was
no.
legitimately not good for a while. He's gotten, like last night, he was one of the guys on the court where you could say, okay, he's one of the good
He
ones.
looks like a basketball player.
Jay, maybe you're just too early on all your opinions, dude. Maybe you just need to wait like
I just
3
want you
months.
to know that all I said is if my options were literally all of this came from like Moses Brown or Roby. I think I like Roby.
Yeah, and it was a completely ridiculous take when you said it.
It was.
Okay? It was so embarrassing to hear.
It was.
It's so embarrassing to sit next to you when you did that.
All right, guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from @ShowtimeIsBack. Who wants to know, given the
Why?
release of the new movie, who is everyone's go-to character for Mortal Kombat? Have you watched Mortal Kombat? You shouldn't. You have children. Do not let them see it.
I heard it was very bloody.
It is.
I mean, it's
Gory.
Mortal Kombat.
What's it on? How do you watch
It's
it?
on, it's on
HBO
HBO
Max.
Max.
Oh, it is.
And I will tell you this: if people are at all interested and you like the video games going on, watch it. It's great.
I was more of a Street Fighter guy growing up.
Really?
Than a Mortal Kombat guy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably my story too.
Who's your character?
Sub-Zero.
Oh,
He's
I
a
thought-
bad guy, bro.
I mean, do they?
Here's what
when
I
you're
did-
playing,
Are they all?
any have
I was going to
stories?
say, are any of them? I don't remember
So
them,
here's the
any of
deal.
them being good or bad.
You want to go on a weird deep dive? There's a whole Mortal Kombat. Wow.
Jay's deep dive.
Dude, Jay?
Welcome to Jay's Deep Dive.
You're just talking about Mortal Kombat lore.
There's Mortal Kombat lore. Like,
yeah.
because I just was intrigued enough by the movie that there was like on YouTube. There
You
was
watched it? You
the
watched the
first.
movie?
No, not yet. There's 6 or 7 minutes of the starting 6 or 7 minutes where Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight. There's a whole backstory
I think
of the comics of other games that weren't just two guys fighting. And so
I think what you had to do to understand all the stories is you had to like play through every game and beat the game with every character to see like what the story
yeah,
is.
like good guys, bad guys.
Huh.
Yeah.
Scorpion was my go-to, man.
It's I mean
Although Raiden, I like Raiden a lot.
if you're picking someone, I think you're picking one of the ninjas.
Yeah, if you played with Johnny Cage, like just get out of here with that.
Yeah.
Sonya Blade.
I liked Smoke.
Smoke. Yeah, I was a Raiden guy.
Not a lot of mortals fighting in Mortal Kombat.
It's like well, you're wrong, but go ahead.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Go
I
ahead.
am?
HBO Max.
Yes.
Okay, my favorite is Noob Saibot.
Did you just look at one?
Actually, it's Goro.
Yeah, Goro, man. Yeah, he was a guy.
Oh, Cassie Cage. Is that Johnny Cage's daughter or
Yes.
Sig of?
It's his.
That's what I'm
it's his-
saying,
It's his
man.
daughter.
Whoa.
You're in the
Here's what you should do.
you're in
and
the
this
weeds of the
this is
Mortal
a
Kombat
great-
lore, man.
This is a
Man.
great way to spend 15 minutes. Pick your favorite character in Mortal Kombat and then go on to the old YouTube and type in, whatever, Mortal Kombat, your character's name, all fatalities, and then put together like a mix through every game of every fatality they do. It's awesome.
Ooh, or like go to
This deep dive is over in 14 seconds, by the way.
Do you remember
Shao
how?
Kahn's sexy fanfic.
Do you remember how in like the uproar about Mortal Kombat was?
They had congressional hearings about it. They said it was too bloody, and
They weren't wrong.
they weren't wrong.
Mortal Kombat.
You need to watch it, Jay. It's good.
I will.
Okay, let's go to our next Twitter question.
Sometimes it blows my mind the amount of time L-Man has on his hands.
It comes from
I can't tell you how far down the list something like that would be for me.
Look, how many nights did it take you to bang out that?
What?
Well, come on, talk about the show, man. How many nights did it take you to bang out that Woody Allen documentary?
I watched it every Sunday when it came out.
Oh, every Sunday.
Yeah.
So like as soon as it came out, though.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like that. Like you can't just watch shows when they drop.
I can, and I will. And I
Not
do.
you. I mean, I know you can.
Here's what you need,
Andrew, you need to set apart a few hours to watch Mortal
Here's
Kombat.
what you need. -3 children. -1 wife. -1 job.
Then I'll have time to do all these Mortal Kombat things that you're discussing.
Luke, what were you gonna say?
I
You
was
just
going
gave up
to
on that
start our
point.
next Twitter question. All right. It comes from Dort Poi.
You can watch all of Sub-Zero's fatalities.
I'm serious. I'm serious. It does not take that much time, and it is worth it. It's worth it. I'm just saying, you're sitting on the couch. Yesterday, I was sitting on the couch, and I pulled up Scorpion's fatalities.
Now, to be fair, like I could do that. My life gives me time to do like that. But Andrew's like, when I get sit on the couch, the amount of time that he would have to sit on the couch and just watch fatalities is very small.
Bro, do you realize you could watch all of Sub-Zero's fatalities?
In like 5 minutes on the couch, bro.
Oh gosh.
Dude, do yourself a little favor right now. Pull up some fatalities.
Okay, let's just go. Come on.
Let's pull some fatalities.
Our next Twitter question comes from @DortPoi, who wants to know, how much Wizards basketball are you guys watching? He has been watching a lot. Wizard emoji.
The only reason I added this question is because I've been watching a lot of Wizards basketball.
Yeah,
And they're actually kind of fun to watch.
they are fun to watch. They've been playing really well. Russ has been really good.
Yeah.
He's been really good. Beal is just sometimes the ease with which he scores is just shocking. And I sent this text to the group and it just went into the ether of our text message thread. Oklahoma City, number one, like the Wizards should have traded for James Harden.
Yeah,
Like the whole
definitely.
franchise changes in
Yeah.
both directions in positive ways
Without a doubt, yes.
if Oklahoma City got Beal and Harden went to the Wizards, which was one of the possible trades on the table.
Yeah.
And obviously, like at that point, they had no idea what Harden could have fully become, and nor did they know who Beal could become. But you just think about that trade, and I'm like, that is literally, and I don't know how far it went to possibility.
Yeah,
But that would have been a giant one. He's just, I don't know, man. He's so good.
It would have been really interesting to see how James Harden, what that jump would have looked like with playing next to James Harden or John Wall and not being the point guard for that team.
Well, and also not going to a Daryl Morey stat.
Oh, right.
team
That's
too.
true,
Like,
yeah.
what does he become
Yeah.
on that team?
You talking about Harden? Yeah.
Yeah, because
like if we traded
I
in
think that
Wizards.
Daryl and that their team figured out, okay, we're just going to give him
Yeah.
every single possession.
Yeah.
And does another franchise do that with James Harden?
And I
But
I
not
also
back
do-
then with John Wall though. Like John Wall
I know.
was
I
still a
don't.
guy.
I think it
Yeah, John
changes
Wall,
a little
and
bit.
that's what's like it's unfair because there were a few seasons where John Wall was
really good. Like leading the league assists, really good.
The hard part about that is like Harden is the polar opposite when it comes to durability than John Wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
until this year, which who knows how real the injury is versus rest. Like, you look at Harden, this has got to be the most games he's ever missed in a season, right?
Yes.
Probably so.
I told you to watch him.
Yeah, I just
Just
watched
sent
it.
Andrew and our little text group a little fatality.
He did. It's pretty wild.
So I've watched the Wizards. They're enjoyable to watch. I watched that Lakers game the other day, which was
It was great.
fine.
Do you guys read Fred's piece on Robin Lopez?
I haven't.
You've got everybody. It's
On the hook.
It's a reason to subscribe to The Athletic. It's so good.
It's a Cats classic. Which
It
is
is.
a Cats
It's
classic.
very Fred. It's very Robin Lopez.
That's
Basic-
a bad combination, like in a
basic-
good way.
Yeah.
Basically, what it comes down to is like Robin Lopez's hook shot is one of the most efficient shots in the league, period, this season. And he's unstoppable. And he calls it his barrel of monkeys,
Huh.
is what Robin Lopez calls the
Why?
hook shot. Because it's like so old school. It's like no one
Oh,
uses
okay.
it. Like if that were a game that were in somebody's house today, no one would play. it.
Right.
How did Barrel of Monkeys work again? I mean, I know they connected, but like, what was
That was
the
kind of it. I
You
think.
took one, connected it, then you had two, and then you connected it until you had the entire.
Oh, and it's like a long string, and it just gets harder to pick them up.
yeah.
And whoever gets the most monkeys.
Was it a game or just a toy? Seems like it was a game,
I
but I don't
believe-
know the
I
point
think
of
it was
it.
a game.
I believe it's
Is it
a
like
game.
Jenga, but kind of like how many monkeys can you put on before the whole thing falls apart?
It's like inverse Jenga.
Yeah, I think that.
Sure.
Dang, I kind of want to play Barrel of Monkeys.
Hey, y'all, let Luke know at Souk Leafins how barrel monkeys worked, okay?
Don't let me know. You're the one asking.
Don't
All
let
right.
me know.
Now let's go to our next Twitter question. It comes from at Michael on Sports. It says, you guys mentioned that if Detroit gets the number 1 pick, they won't even touch the phone on a trade with Cade. What teams do you think would be open to trading with the Thunder so we can get Cade? Is there anyone that does this?
Maybe.
Cleveland, Sacramento are like the two that I would circle.
Wolves.
Wolves, maybe. Maybe. But Cleveland, Sacramento are two that I would circle.
Why?
Sacramento's got 2 point guards already, and they're a dumpster fire. And I think Sam could trick Monty McNair into trading.
Well, Cleveland has 2 point guards too.
Exactly. That's the reason, is that they're both like, well, I think we're kind of set at this position.
Yeah.
You know.
But the thing with Cade is, I feel like you can play him with other guards.
Yeah. I mean,
If
without a
his
doubt, you
if his
could.
defense is there, then you can play him.
Yeah,
like-
but you've got to. You're really banking on with this Cade thing because he's the clear consensus number 1 to everybody. You're just banking on a franchise being dumb, and these franchises have proven that in the past that they are pretty dumb.
Yeah. Sam calls like, hey, we'll give you number 5 and 4 future firsts.
Yeah. Well, that's insanity, but you're right.
I mean, if that's your guy, though,
You maybe could give them your pick this year and then the 2 first from the Clippers and the Suns next year.
What if it's Sacramento that lands there? They say, yes, we'll do that, but it needs to be your pick, 2 future firsts, and Poku.
Yeah, for Cade, absolutely.
All right.
Like even after listening,
Traitor.
even after listening to Sam Vecini talk about Poku with such, but Cade has the potential, which I guess technically maybe Poku does too, but Cade
Yeah.
has a more definable potential of being the guy,
Mm-hmm.
like one of the best prospects. Oh, what did Sam just say about?
oh, he said, Poku's the shit.
Wow.
You better.
That's exactly what it said.
True. Taylor, you bad boy. Hey, guys, let's go to our next Twitter question. How do you feel about that? It comes from at Matt Faith74. Wants to know what trinkets or rituals you break out on draft lottery night to ensure picks number 1 and 5 go our way. Witchcraft, animal feet, shrines, unwashed clothing, etc. All are welcomed. I think the question asker at Matt Faith 76 is dabbling in the dark arts in order to get these draft picks.
Were you ever anybody superstitious?
Not really.
Not really. Were you superstitious?
Yeah, I think I am.
I don't think I am.
I was.
Are you now?
Playing
You are
sports,
now.
I was super superstitious.
Are you now?
Not as much. I will like if this is how crazy it got in those Paul George seasons is like if I had a shirt or a jersey on when they won and played well,
Mm-hmm.
that must be the reason. OU games is the same thing. Like I would
to be the reason.
I would even change like so much so, and this is not like 20 years ago when I was so stupid, but like last few years, I would change shirts at halftime if the first half wasn't working that way. And I grew up. Part of that is like playing sports growing up. Apparently, that was part of it because I had the same shirt I wore underneath my pads every game. You know, like same. I'd have the same routines. Like if I played really well, I had to do this right before it and all those different things. And so I think that's probably why I still have some superstition to me.
So what do you do on draft
Yeah,
night?
what are you about to do?
I don't
On
know.
lottery night?
I don't know. It'll be one of those things. I panic is what I will be doing.
Yeah.
Literally, I can't. In my life, watching sports, I don't know if there'll be a more anxiety-inducing moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I can't wait till lottery night.
It's going to be
Yeah.
insane.
Can we do it?
Absolutely.
Can we get together? I want to be together.
So I've set up. We should.
Can we be together?
Just answer the question, Andrew.
Guys,
yes.
can-
yes.
can we-
Okay.
Here.
Can we be together?
Here.
Can we be? Andrew,
I
can
wanna-
you and I be together?
I want to be with you.
Just say yes.
Just say
And
yes.
I would do anything for love.
Hey, maybe we should all, as a group, decide on a superstitious thing that we're gonna do. Like where
Rabbit's feet is a real weird and unnecessarily violent one.
that would be really funny if we all got different colored rabbit's foot, though.
Why would I murder a rabbit for a foot?
You don't have to murder it, you can
it's
buy
just-
them.
Oh yeah, they let them die of natural causes, and then they take the foot
Oh,
off.
dude, sometimes there's rabbits with extra feet.
We can just say, I mean, between all of us, we're really just talking about one rabbit. So,
That's true, actually. I
So,
saw
that's a good
one
point.
outside.
not that big a deal.
There's a bunch out there.
Not that big a deal.
And in fact, if only one gets it, it would then the rest of those rabbit feet aren't going.
But here's
anywhere.
Yeah, Andrew,
All
would
of
you
it
say your
together.
neighborhood is overpopulated with rabbits? Would we be doing the ecosystem a favor by, sacrificing one
I don't think so.
for the greater good?
I'm going to also let you know that I don't think that like us harvesting our own rabbit's feet.
Harvesting.
The other question is I'm not familiar with rabbit's feet, so let's walk through this a little bit. Okay,
Okay.
so back feet, front feet, same feet.
Uh,
Same
I
looking
think
feet?
they're all the same.
No,
It's like
no.
a dog.
I haven't been able to catch one to find out.
I think
Let
they're
me
all
know.
the same.
I don't know. The legs are so much different that it leads me to believe the feet would.
That's
also
what I
be
was
different.
thinking too.
No, I don't think.
I think it's more like a kangaroo situation where it's like the back legs are freaking honkers. You
At
know?
Did you say
Sukleafens
defeat?
on Twitter, let him know.
No, stop. My
Sorry,
mentions. All right.
My menchies.
My mentions. Let's go to another Twitter question.
I will say, let me finish that one. Sorry.
Rabbit does taste good.
One of the things that has been lucky is anytime we're together to watch something has been lucky.
That's
The
true.
only time I really remember that, and this is the only reason I say that, is the game that the Thunder beat the Spurs and Deion Waiter shoved Manu Ginobili. We were all together at Republic
true.
on
We
Classic
were
Turf.
also all watching that Clippers game that Chris Paul completely crapped the bed.
No, we weren't, because him and Luke were at the.
We were at the game.
Oh,
That was the one where they were screaming in the car afterwards.
But
in the
Luke
pod.
and I were together.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was not with you.
Jay and
You jealous?
I want to be with you.
I want to be with you. Can we be together?
Can we be together?
All right, let's go to the next Twitter question. Comes from someone. Okay, it comes from at Prime Shay G. Wants to know: do you trade the team's playoff chances for a whole decade for a 50% chance to win the finals 1 year?
Do you have to do that?
That's your options.
50-50 odds. A decade of my life. No.
Thanks for listening.
Definitely not. Oh, man.
Because
I'm going to say no too.
But you could still get. They did not say you can't get to the finals by way of playoffs.
I think that's
If you
the implication. They're going to miss the playoffs for 10 years.
No, but I'm saying
Would you do that
choose
for-
the opposite.
Would you do that for you win a championship?
Yeah.
One championship for a decade of missing the playoffs.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. That's why we're here.
Okay.
You know?
Like the Raptors. If the Raptors don't make the playoffs for another 10 years,
Oh,
although they're going to make the play-in game probably.
I think Raptors fans would say, yes, it's worth it.
Maybe.
Would you do that? Would you do that?
For love.
Would you do that?
I don't know.
Let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it.
Baby.
I'll give you an answer in the morning.
See, everyone knows Meatloaf, man.
The loaf is hitting right now.
I ate it. Loaf is hitting.
Loaf is hitting.
When the loaf hits.
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
What is this? What is this?
This is supposed to be Meatloaf.
It is.
It is.
It's going to get there.
Oh, dude, but here's the thing.
In
You
the
can't
rock-
just pick a Meatloaf song because it's like
In the
2
rock-
minutes.
It's
of-
the rock opera world, man.
yes. Here we go.
There it is.
There we go. All right. I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Thanks for joining us on the feed. Hopefully we don't get flagged for this.
Oh, we're getting flagged.
Oh, Meatloaf is very litigious.
Oh, we're getting flagged for sure. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Thunder Pacers game. Yeah, Saturday. Good luck, everybody. Peace.
I'll never lie to you, and that's a fact.